I'm causing mayhem every motherfucking Mondays from now on, and I want y'all to bring it. No, you got your man out there doing bigger and better things. Okay? And I blame, Trey asked a good question. How did it get so bad? I blame y'all. Because y'all been sitting on the fucking sidelines, letting these women do this bullshit, not setting boundaries, not telling women no, fuck off. And that's why we do what you allow us to do. You are one I love to hate and hate to love, but at the end of the day, I love you, baby girl. Come on the panel, let's go, please. Let's go. You could be in market, but you might go back limping. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on to all my embracers on the Black Man Unfiltered Network and my channel? Thank y'all for coming through. You could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you decided to embrace me. And I want to thank you. Don't forget to press the like, share, and subscribe. Okay, don't forget to go over to my channel and definitely like and subscribe and share on the BMU network because we're working for you 7 days a week. So with that being said, let me just give a quick shout out to my peoples. I got my boy JT Money tonight helping me engineering this show. So he's in the back lingering. I want to say a shout out to Through the Fire podcast. He's the first one in here. Thank you for coming and watching. My beautiful Milani, Catalina, I saw you on my end. Thank you for coming. I know you guys are gonna straggle up in here and little by little, but tonight's a good show. That's why I'm glad I'm obedient. I'm glad that I have a good team on my side, that I have colleagues, YouTube content creators that I rock with and rock with me, because I handled a situation that I went through a couple months ago, and we'll get into it. And I didn't allow emotions to get the best of me. I had somebody tell me straight up and say, you will not engage. And I had a couple other mentors. Because, at first, because of course, as women, we run out of emotions, and I was upset, I was hurt, I was humiliated, I was embarrassed, I was anything and everything that you can feel. So they were like, oh, I know you guys are thinking like, well, what the hell happened, Grace? What happened? Okay, so what happened was I was doing a show. And we were already doing our final thoughts. We were all rounding up. Shout out to Angry Man. He was there. I had a couple other people on the show. To make a long story short, somebody came in who had never, ever came into my show or in my chat, and came in guns blazing, talking about you need to stay and talk about your own kind. I'm like, oh, here we go. Because if anybody knows me or knows about me, knows that I've been going through this all my life when it comes to Black women. They don't like when I talk about Black issues. They don't like when I praise their Black men. Everything is about, hey, take heed. How you doing, baby? Great show today, by the way, girl. I love it. I love that it was early because I caught the whole thing and then went to work. Um, it's hard being biracial because you get yanked from both ends, and you get racism from both ends. You get prejudices. I mean, it's a struggle, but it's a double whammy. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm being pulled by both ends. So I told her, nah, I'm not with the bullshit. If you want to talk, we are on final thoughts. You can come up on my next show, but I'm having final thoughts. Okay. And I thought, that was going to be over with. No, but it didn't go down that way, guys. She recruited another. Hey, Gregory says, hey, Grace, be careful who comes into your space. Hyenas will sneak in and then show their true colors. Absolutely. Absolutely. So she recruited another content creator, and instead of just coming to my next show and talking about things like a grown woman, she recruited another content creator, and they drug me through the mud, guys. I'm talking about they doxed me. They had my bank statements, my work history, my credit report, just everything. I mean, anything I mean, the fact that they took the time and energy, they probably had to spend some type of money to get my report. But the other one that called herself so educated works for the government. I wonder if her superiors would like the way she behaved herself that night. But anyway, um, they totally drugged me through the mud. They showed pictures of my dead parents, pictures of my dead brother, my dead officer cop. I mean, showed a picture of my hands, talking about my hands are old. I mean, guys, whatever could be said bad, whatever could be done to humiliate it was done. It was done. And a couple of my colleagues that I work with wanted me to have the conversation, talk to them. I had shit to say to them. What do you say to somebody after that? What do you say? And against my better judgment, tried to have the conversation. It lasted nothing but 30 seconds because one, they were recording the conversation. So it wasn't a conversation to have conflict resolution. It was to have a conversation to start more bullshit. And we grown now, ladies and gentlemen, and all my embracers. We are grown ass people. I'm gonna be 50 on Thursday. And I have to deal with shit that you would deal with in high school, recruiting other people. They tried to assassinate my character. They brought out I didn't have a large criminal record, but it's funny because even she said it. One charge said I was a Black female, and the other charge said I was a white female. So even the government don't know what the hell I am. Okay, so that happened. I left it alone. I turned around and did a show on taking the higher road. That's how I handled that situation. After going through it for a week, praying, getting in my feelings and talking to people that mattered, positive and encouraging, uplifting people, because that's how you know they're for you. When they try to uplift you and they try to inspire you to be better, to be a better version. Grace, don't forget you have a brand to protect. You're embrace the grace. You're not on here for this petty ass YouTube beef. You too old for this. People take YouTube too serious. This is all of course I had some of my ratchet friends say, man, fuck that, da 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 da. I call my peoples in New York. They were like, yo, you need us to come down. They were trying to bring out Roxanne. And I said, no, I'm not Roxanne anymore. I'm Embrace the Greats. I have a brand to protect. And shout out to Miss Smiles, Locks. She told me something one day that remains in my soul, and it keeps me grounded. She told me in a chat in front of everybody, Grace, my daughters watch you. My daughters listen to you. Uh, um, you have a way of relaying your show and messages in a way where they can understand it, the way you articulate things. They don't listen to me. That that hit my soul. The fact that a mother entrusts me with her daughters. I mean, I'm not saying, guys, that I'm a saint. I'm not a Bible thumper. I'm considered, I think I would be a toddler right now in my spiritual journey, you know? Um, right? Say people friendly only. Um, so with that being, that keeps me grounded. I have somebody's daughters watching me. I have my therapist watches, my pastor watches, my son watches. So I gotta act right. I gotta do right. I'm not doing this for beef. I am on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. If you read my bio and actually take the time to go on my channel and watch my shows, yeah, I have the uncomfortable conversations. I have the messy conversations, whether you're black, white, polka dot, Martian, the necessary conversations, because I'm tired of us putting shit underneath the carpet and thinking that it's going to go away. That lump is getting so big underneath the carpet that we're tripping all over it, and we're tripping all over each other. Shit needs to be talked about sometimes. And that's what my channel is about. And I advocate for men, especially black men, because my son is black. So granted, I did my show. I did my show on how to take in the high road, and shit died down. Okay. So then a few weeks ago, I did another show about the dangers. I did it for 3 reasons. 1, because it was requested. 2, to show my black queens the dangers of wearing wigs and weaves, the dangers medically and the dangers spiritually. Oh boy, what did I do that for? Woo! Here they come again, the hyena kingdom. But this time it was different. The hyena had one of her men going in on that shit. And to me, a man that gets involved in a women issue or beef is a goddamn simp to me. I have no respect for you. You should be checking your woman and telling her not to do that. But they don't have no real content, because that's what they do. That's all they do, is try to humiliate people and bring content. My content is about bettering yourself, becoming a better version of yourself, doing better, because when you know better, you do better. I'm trying to bring betterment to our community. I'm trying to help people grow and become better. And I'm not a licensed therapist. I'm not a psychiatrist. Again, say it again. I'm not a saint and I'm not a Bible thumper, but I am a good person and I have good ill intentions. But they don't. What they do is demonic. It's evil and it's ugly. And anything that doesn't bring glory to God is ungodly. And they did it again. This time, they claimed that I was race baiting. Anybody that knows me and sees me knows that I am very, very proud of my heritage. I am half Dominican, half Sicilian, but I'm an American first. I never claimed to say that I was black. I'm not Koala Harris. Nobody ever heard me say out of my mouth that I thought I was black. I'm probably more black than some black people. I've said that before. But then they didn't like the show that I did. So what did they do? What did they do? What did they do? They did the same shit. They pulled up. They went and got pictures off of my Instagram, off of my Facebook. And I heard about that they did a show, but you guys, If you want to stay away from negativity, stay away from negativity. I didn't bother to watch the show. I watched a couple clips that one of my colleagues clipped. I clipped, but I didn't sit there and watch the show and sit in the chat. I'm not going to give them that satisfaction. I'm not going to give them my energy, because when you do that, you're becoming just like them. I'm not going to contaminate my spirit with that wickedness. I have a habit that I do, guys, that I don't respond or talk to anybody with some negative shit on my phone until after midday. Because in the morning, when I like to wake up, I like to listen to my gossip. I like gospel. I like to meditate, get my day together, have my coffee, listen to my Take Heed. In the Take Heed in the morning time, make sure y'all go check out her show. She be dropping gems. She be dropping gems. I'm telling y'all. So that's a habit that I've become. If it ain't about money, food, and there's some good D, I ain't having it. Don't come at me till 12 o'clock in the afternoon. If it ain't got nothing to do with, well, let me put him at first. If it ain't got nothing to do with God, money, food, and some good D, don't come at me till afternoon, because I'm not responding. I'm not entertaining you. I'm not doing nothing. So you better leave it in the afternoon, because in the morning, you set the tone for yourself. You set the tone for what kind of day you're going to have. If you wake up pissed and you wake up mad, that's how you're going to allow your day to go. And let me tell you, I'm not a master at this. I'm still working on it, because sometimes, you wake up and the first thing you see is some fuckery on your phone. It's like, okay, let me pray first. Let me do this. But anyway, guys, I'm telling you all this to let you know that I'm glad that I listen to my colleagues. I'm glad that I listen to my friends, because karma is a bitch. What comes around goes around. And tonight I'm going to show you how it came around, because after that second foolery, the content creator's man kept coming for me in different chats. He wouldn't let it go. So now you're being a bigger bitch than a bitch, because you're not letting shit go. You still want to keep shit going. I'm like, what are we doing here? Are you a man or are you a bitch? What are we doing? Oh, that's right. Your woman running your ass. Because no king with king logic, shout out to Take Heed, is going to allow his women, and as old as we are, to do some foolery on the internet. But not only did he was allowing it and participating in it, but he kept continuing doing it. And I want to give a shout out to my boy Izzy Vance. That's my guy. He is the epitome of a king. He is the epitome of a black king, because he didn't have to do this for me. But there has been on 2 occasions where people have come at me while I'm on his show, or I'm in the chat, and he tells them straight up, nah, I'm cool with Embrace. She ain't never did that shit around me. I didn't done work with her. I didn't been on her show. She didn't been on my show. I don't know her in the manner that you're trying to bring light to me. Kill all that. See, that's a real man. See, men are protectors naturally. You don't have to be sleeping with them. You don't have to be exchanging bodily fluids for a man to come protect you. It is in their nature to protect. But we rock with each other and we know each other. And shout out to Mrs. Izzy Bands, because that's a queen too. And they didn't come from my man Izzy as well, just for asking his girl in a nice manner, babe, can you bring me some tea? I mean, come on, guys. Y'all ain't got nothing else better to do or say than to bring people havoc and embarrass them and humiliate them. So tonight's show is about you got knocked the fuck out. Karma is undefeated, And karma has embraced your ass because the dude who keeps coming for me. Oh, and by the way, honey, I heard what you said about, oh, that's a wig. Let me show you something, baby. First of all, these are my grays right here, okay, that I'm going to be knocking out on Wednesday. This is not a wig. This is real, okay? You're around so much fake shit that you can't even tell when something is real. This is all real, baby. This is all. See, this is what men like. Men like to pull it. You see what I'm saying? They like to run their hands through the hair. They don't want to with tracks. Yeah, I said it. So just to let you know and just to show y'all, this is real. This is all me. And it has always been me. So don't hate. Don't hate. You wear wigs and lace fronts when there's no need, when you can, if you just take the time and the energy to take care of your hair, you wouldn't have to wear all that. But you're going to say that I'm wearing a wig? You've been around fake shit for so long that you can't even tell what's real and what's not, baby boy. But let's get into it, cause y'all stop laughing up in there, okay? I don't like being mean, okay? I really don't. I don't like being a mean girl because it's not in me. Hey, Skinny. Hi, A-Team. Hi, everybody. It's not in me. I'm not a mean girl. I'm not. But it's in there, and I could go there with you. I could go there with you. You talking about I'm race baiting, but 40% of black women are bleaching their skin. But I'm race baiting. 85% of black women wear wigs and weaves for just styling purposes, not even medically. And 14% of women are getting nose jobs. So who's really race baiting here? But you see, y'all don't like to hear that. Y'all don't like to hear the truth. And when you don't like something and you don't want to hear the truth, you want to lash out. Instead of maybe instead of just sitting back and maybe internalizing what I've been saying or trying to come across. Hi, Hunting. How are you, baby? Thank you for coming. Press the like button. Instead of embracing what I was saying and maybe learning from what I was saying, you want to lash out. You want to, do you have kids? And you call yourself that you're saved? Wow. If that's what saved is being like, then shit, I'd rather go to hell. But anyway, let's talk about karma, because they even made fun of me with this, that I take notes and I write information down. God forbid if I should do research and bring y'all some good information so you can go back and do your own research. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I don't just come up here and talk shit about people and humiliate them. I'm better than that. So let's get it. Karma is a Hindu and Buddhist philosophy. And karma refers to the cause and effect process by who good action breeds more good actions and bad actions bring about more bad actions. So it's the old saying, and I know a lot of you guys have heard it, what goes around comes around, what goes up must come down, and everything in the dark must come to light. And what you reap is what you sow. I'm sure you guys have heard at least one of these sayings. Karma is a spiritual belief that is all about cause and effect. You put good into the world, good comes back to you. If you choose to do harm, harm will come back to you. Easy as that. I mean, do you think you're just gonna walk around fucking people up, doxing them, and doing evil shit, and shit is not gonna happen to you? The sins of a mother and father should fall upon the child. It may not happen to you directly, but it will happen. In Romans 12:19, God tells us to never take revenge and to leave it to the Lord. God is the ultimate judge, and when we seek revenge, we are taking his place. And when we become filled with anger and find ourselves focused on hate. So I had to really pray about it. Because of course my first reaction was to take revenge. Of course my first reaction was to respond. But you know what, guys? And we really got to take heed to this message. You like that, baby girl? And I wish my father was alive right now so I can teach him this. because he always used to tell me, oh, it's a reaction to an action. But let me tell you, to my embracers and my Black Man Unfiltered loved ones, family, no response is a response. You don't have to respond to everything. You don't have to be froggy with everything. Sometimes you got to assess the situation. You got to, a lot of people got a lot of shit to lose. I got shit to lose. I'm not going to risk my freedom, my money, my family, my house, where I live, to try to get back at somebody. The only time it will touch you is if you at that front door. But other than that, I am not getting sucked up in this internet bullshit and this YouTube shit. Because once I turn everything off, I go back to my real life. I do what I do. But I'm doing this because I want to put my imprint on this world. I want to embrace people with my wisdom and my knowledge to do better. I've always been a mentor. I've always been in management positions. I've always been a leader. I'm used to that shit. I'm good. But when you come for me over some stupid shit, some grown-ass women and men, really? Do not take revenge, my dear friends, but leave room for God's wrath. For it is written, it is mine to avenge. I will repay, says the Lord. So if I call myself trying to be spiritually and getting closer to God, I had to read these scriptures. I had to really make it fill my spirit. Because I'm half Italian and we thrive on revenge. I'm not even going to lie to you. I was that Scorpio. Okay, I am that Scorpio that, you fuck with me, I'm going to hit you with that venom and I'm going to hit you below the waist. You shoot at me, I'm going to unload on your ass. That was the old Grace. I was wicked with my tongue. But I'm not like that anymore. I'm not that person anymore. I've chose to do better. I like to talk things out. Oh, I'll leave your ass alone. I have learned in these YouTube streets, I rock with those that rock with me. I lost some friends during that situation because people took sides. People chose I should have had the conversation. Oh, look, she's running. No, I wasn't running. I was distancing myself because that's not who I am. That's not what I represent. That's not my brand. That's not me. It can be if I need to, if it's serious enough, but some bullshit. Okay, so in a way, now I look at it, okay, now that I've been through this, now that I know what it feels like, if it happens again, oh well, just report him. Her channel got taken down. You know what I'm saying? He had to take down the video. He had to take it down. Oh yeah, I'll turn into a Karen in a heartbeat since you claim I'm spoiled milk and I'm a white girl. Oh my God, oh my God, I was really scared. And I really thought that they were going to come to my house. They knew my address. Oh, I can act like that if I need to. Since y'all want to call me a white girl, I can act like a white girl in a heartbeat. And they will go for it. Because who you think they're going to believe? Me or the angry black hyena? Me or the person that pulled up all my personal information? They're bullying me. I feel harassed. I'll bring that white shit out in a heartbeat if I got to. Since y'all claim, that I'm a white, that's all I am, is that I'm a white girl. I'll use my white privilege. Isn't that what y'all say? The white privilege? It could go both ways for me. My dad used to tell me growing up, I got the best of both worlds. And I will use it. I got pretty privilege. I got white privilege. I got Hispanic privilege. I got mixed privilege. And I'll use it to my advantage, but in a good way. In a good way. See, that's the difference. That's the difference. Jesus taught that God's rule in our hearts requires that we should not revenge or retaliate against someone who offends us. And anybody who saw that stream in that live knows that that shit was offensive. You brought up my dead parents, my dad, my mom, my brother, a good friend of mine that was a police officer. How dare you? Shame on you. Engaging in revenge can corrupt one's spirit and lead away from the likeness of Christ towards bitterness and anger. I'm not a bitter person. I'm not an angry person. And I'm not going to allow anything or anyone corrupt my spirit. See, and the thing is, you guys got to understand that when you are a child of God and you are under his covering, you can't fuck with us. Karma will get you one way or another. Now, some people can't handle me. They say I'm too brash, I'm too abrasive, I'm too harsh. Why? Because I tell you like it is. If I tell you why you a grown-ass man and you having temper tantrums, that shit is a turnoff. Why you being so mean? Why you always talking shit? Because I'm telling you that you're 53 years old and you're having temper tantrums, and that shit is a turnoff to me. Off the team. Because I'm not going to put up with that bullshit. You should be telling me not to have temper tantrums. I shouldn't be telling you, a grown-ass man. See, again, a woman can't stay in her femininity if she's not around a man that displays masculinity. I know that I can be very aggressive. I know. I'm from New York, guys. And I don't want to use that as an excuse, but I can't. What am I supposed to do? You can take the girl out of New York, but you can't take the New York out of the girl. It's who I am, but have I tried to tone it down? Absolutely. Have I tried to become more soft? Hola, mi hermosa hermana embrace. Hi, mommy. And I'm working on it, and it's a work in progress all day, every day, because the devil stay busy. Demonic spirits are all over. And when they know that you are for Team God, he's going to try to do everything and anything to bring you down. And especially when he knows you got a blessing. My breakthrough is coming, y'all. I don't know if it's going to be on YouTube. Is it going to be in my life or in a relationship? Whatever the case may be. But my breakthrough is coming. And when the devil sees that a breakthrough is coming, that's when he wants to put your foot on your neck. But again, if you remain obedient and you remain in the spirit of God, and whatever you do brings glory to God, it will work out in the long run. So I'm laughing right now. And you know, God forgive me, because this shit made me laugh. I didn't even know that this happened. But of course, you know, people hit me up and let me know, hey, did you see so-and-so got knocked the fuck out? Did you see so-and-so? Did you see? Yo, that made my day yesterday. I looked up and I said, thank you, Jesus. You did that. You did that. For all the bullshit he did to me and to others, and for the foolery and the fuckery. God did that.
The yoke of the devil has been destroyed.
Fuck the frail shit. 'Cause when my coat comes,
all I had to do was sit back and obey, and not allow anything or anybody corrupt my spirit. This is why I don't just go on anybody's panel. I don't just rock with anybody on YouTube. If we do not have the same mindset, or we on the same page about things, I'm not going to rock with you. I was invited to go on somebody's panel on Sunday, and when I connected the dots and I saw who he was affiliated with, I let him know, hey, they don't rock with me. They never did. They don't like me. You know, the women over there don't like me, so I can't go on the panel. He was like, oh, I didn't know. Now, because he's a man, he left it at that. If that was a woman, she would have wanted all details. He was like, okay, my bad. I'll let you know when I do a show on my own and you can come on my panel. You see, it's easy as that. You don't have to tell people the whole story. You don't have to spread gossip. You don't have to. It was like that. Thank you, but no thank you. But a person from that camp introduced me to BMU. And look at me now, ladies and gentlemen. Look at me now. I got my own show on Monday night at BMU. Got embraced by a whole damn family that I love, that I can just call and pick up at any time. So everything happens for a reason. God didn't want me over there. He wanted me over here. You see what I'm saying? He's like, no, that's not for you over there. So shout out to Hank for introducing me to BMU. Because then when I met BMU, I met JT What We Know podcast. I met Take Heed, Our Pain. I met the whole family. Then now they've become my family. Y'all come to my channel. That's how it's supposed to be. I want to create a table so we can all eat. A buffet style. But the thing is that everybody doesn't deserve to be at your table. Everybody's is not fit to be at your table. And you have to be able to see the red flags. You have to be able to decipher. If it doesn't bring glory to God, if it doesn't bring positivity or uplift you or inspire you, then it's not for you. Now, some people like that fuck shit. They go along with it. I'm not. I'm too old. I'm gonna be 50 on Thursday. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Like you gotta be able to pume.
Exactly. Go Chump. Catalina said, "Tú eres parte de mi familia, Embrace." She said, "You are part of my family." Absolutely. And don't forget, Catalina, we going to go watch them Braves and Yankees game July 17, 18, and 19. We're going to make it happen. We're going to make it happen. We're going to meet in person. I've flown to New York and met a content creator. That's what we do. This is real. This ain't no beef. Now, I'm not throwing shade at DJ Ham. He's doing his thing, just like Take Heed said today. And again, I'm going to say it again, Take Heed. Great show. Oh, and one thing that I did forget. When I did that show, they brought in Take Heed. And that hurt my feelings because now I'm getting somebody involved that had nothing to do with my show, but they felt because she was a black woman that she should have checked me because I was talking, and I wasn't talking against black women. I was just doing a show, about wigs and weaves and that. And they didn't attack her personally, but they attacked her king. I'm like, really? That's what we doing now? So now I'm attacking your motherfucking king. He's a simp for keeping shit going, and he got knocked the fuck out.
That's disgusting.
The tape so we can see the knockout. Let's see him get knocked the fuck out. Let me enjoy this. Go ahead, JT. Show that. Run the tape. This is what happens when you mess with God's children.
There's no foundation. He's just rushing him like a street fight, like he's nothing. Like
you go, he probably
like just play thing. He's fighting like
swing,
me.
miss,
Like just rushing him.
head bust him, rushed him in, spun him around.
Power punch, like
Oh,
he had a
flat on your back.
Like he just,
that nigga literally turned him around and lined him up for that uppercut. Look at
there's no foundation. He's just rushing him like a street fight, like he's nothing. Like
you go, he probably
like just play thing. He's fighting like
swing,
me.
miss,
Like just rushing him.
head bust him, rushed him in, spun him around.
Power punch, like
Oh,
he had a
flat on your back.
Like he just,
that nigga literally turned him around and lined him up for that uppercut. Look at this shit.
Oh my god, he missed swinging.
All right, JT.
How many times? Wait around.
Look at this.
He
got enough strength. Like this look like cell.
it sounds like a
So yeah, you see how Gabi knocking niggas out? Oh, sorry, ninjas out. See, in New York, that wouldn't be offensive. Somebody checked me on that. Southern dude. Shout out to him. He checked me on that. But it just comes out naturally because that's how we talk in New York. It's not considered offensive, even if you're not, black. So I retract that message. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and read a couple comments that Travel One has said because I allow people to talk their shit and say what they want to say. So let's get into it. Travel One says, Grace, you just don't get it and it won't work. Black women already know that black men are out of order anyway, so it's nothing new. Okay, black women are out of order too. So now what? Grace, you like using the N-word, so do black men, LOL. That's a New York thing. PhD, or not me hollering in the background. Yup, that was you, I guess. Kati Allen said TKO. Go to that was a fight? No, it was a 1-2-3. 1-2 out. Not me. Okay, keep going in my, can you see my chats of Jay? Hold on a second. Where is your peace and your king? Where are your cash apps from black men, Grace? Why aren't they showing you? Why? I wanted to read the messages. I guess I can still see them. Hold on. Hold on a second, because I want to let you know the shit that I got to go through, and that's okay. Where is your peace and your king? Where are the cash apps from black men, Grace? Why aren't they showing you the money, Grace? Black women have been through the pit with black men. Okay. Grace, black women are not going to let anyone break their spirit either. So do what you've been doing. Why are you so angry? I'm not angry. I'm not angry at all. I'm in the best mood of all because I'm watching my get back. This is the way I talk. This is my demeanor. This is how I am. You ain't seen me angry. This is how I am. And how do you know that I don't get cash apps? How do you know that I'm not making money in the background? I can't get super chats right now. To Travel One, do you support the channel? Have you dropped the cash app? I ain't seen name one cash app. But you see what I'm saying? You talk so much shit, but when I talk shit back to you, it's a problem. Why are you still wearing makeup, Grace, and nails? The black man said that he doesn't like that, and you dye your hair. Black men want you to look homely. First of all, my makeup is not heavy. I still look like myself when I take my makeup off. A lot of y'all cake it with all that contouring. The nose don't even look like y'all. Okay? So I'm gonna always wear my makeup. These nails, these are my nails with acrylic on top. And they're not that long, pointy nails. These are very simple French tips nails. Good length. So you know what kind of nails the black men are talking about that they don't like. Travel One, you are a cancer in the back of a throat of an overweight grizzly bear falling off a cliff in Alaska. Damn!
Oh, Lord.
A lot of people have complained, Travel One, that all you do is bash black men in my chat, which kind of oxymoron because I'm an advocate for men, especially black men, and all you do is bash. You were just supposed to be here to support me and push the channel. But saying this is why now people are tired of it and you get fucked the time out. I'm not going to take your wrench away because it's just easier to get rid of you. And I don't want that, but you bring it upon yourself. Why can't you just sit there and listen to the show? Why don't you drop a cash app? Okay? But look what's happening now. People are sick of it. You're chasing my people away out of the chat. No man want to sit there and listen to the shit you got to say. Nothing uplifting, nothing inspiring, and nothing positive. So now look what's happening. They're taking you out. Black men channel with a white woman host. Only in America. What makes you think I'm white?
You filthy motherfucker.
What makes you think I'm white? And you're right, this is America. It's a melting pot. You mad? Because you ain't doing nothing positive. You ain't doing nothing for the betterment of the melanated community. So if you ain't doing nothing, why you getting mad? Because I'm trying to do something. Huh? You accepted Kamala as a black woman. And you don't, and you know she ain't black. Only in America. Exactly. So go sit down somewhere. Only in America, a man will call a woman white and his eyes are cocked like a pistol. You aren't either, LOL. I'm aren't either what? Why don't you come up on the panel? Drop the link. Since you got so much to say. Oh, wait. Are you a keyboard warrior? Both of y'all ain't black. You're a keyboard warrior. Why don't you come on the panel?
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. When niggas slap fire out.
I ain't scared. I'll have the conversation. But you see, I don't do sign language. I don't shame. I don't insult. I don't try to bring guilt to you. And I don't need to be right. I don't need to be right. Because my information, you could take it or leave it. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. But if the shoe fits, you better motherfucking wear it and look in the mirror. But this had to come out. I didn't seek revenge. I didn't go back and do anything for what? Hi Bolo, how are you? Oh Lord. He's one of my spiritual mentors, and I know, Bolo. I'm not going in too hard.
Grace, you got
Yes,
one
sir.
on video. You got one on video also.
Okay. Let's show that video. This video, I clipped this video to show you guys how a real man protects a woman, and it doesn't necessarily have to be sleeping with that woman. And this is when his punk ass came into the chat. I was in Izzy's chat, and this is how he came through. Go ahead, show the video.
It is what it is. Yo, Cell, chill out, bro. Cellulite, chill out, man. Don't run your personal agendas in my chat, my nigga. Nah. Embrace the Grace is cool over here. She ain't done nothing to us. Do not run your personal agenda in my chat, bro. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
What the hell? Wait a minute.
Embrace show love to the channel. Embrace is cool with us. I don't have no problem with Embrace. I don't know whatever you got going on with Embrace, you got to keep that on your side of the fence, bro. I don't go to your channel bringing none of my beef, man. You see, I got enough trouble in my own damn
Lord.
chat. Please don't do that, man. I erased that comment. Please don't do it, bro. Shout out to sis. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. All right, so you out of here for 20 minutes. I've never seen her attack no black woman, so I don't know about that, bro. You gotta do that. You gotta do. Now I live off women. Shout out to you. Well, now you're on break, so you go ahead and rest your throat, take a break, relax yourself, okay? You're on break for 20 minutes. You're on break for 20 minutes. Shout out to that. Thank you, Embrace. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Let me make sure Embrace got a wrench. But yeah, Sal, please, bro. Please, bro. Please, bro. Let's don't bring that over here, brother. Let's don't bring that over here, Sal. I don't know nothing about what you talk about. So it's like, it's kind of like, it put me in a bad position. I'm talking about something else. I'm dealing with something else. So, like, please don't bring that over here, bro. I'm dealing with Sharon and his stuff. And then I got people in my own chat trying to act up. So let me deal with that. Please don't bring no extra stuff over here. All right? If whatever y'all got going on is what y'all got going on, I haven't seen what you're talking about. I don't even know what you're talking about. I promise you I don't.
You see what I'm talking about? This a grown-ass man starting some bitch shit on somebody else's show. Like, really? How old are we, people? And y'all gotta excuse my language, you know, because y'all gotta really understand where I'm coming from and how I'm feeling. Because you've done this to me on 2 separate chats, and finally somebody stood up to your ass, and then you had to bow down like a little bitch. My bad, my bad. Don't nobody want that negativity on this show. He already was dealing with a lot went on his show, and then you come. What did you think, that he was gonna come be side with you? What did you? Nah. See, a lot of people don't know who I rock with. I don't make it known all the time. Now y'all see me in their chat and supporting and whatever, but you don't know how deep we rock with each other. And again, shout out to Izzy. See, that's what a real man does. A real man checks another man and stops the foolery. That's king-like behavior. Not no Pookie and Ray Ray bullshit. My friends told me, no, Grace, you will not engage. No, Grace, it doesn't bring glory to God. No, Grace, let it go. Protect your brand. And that's exactly what I did. But again, tonight's show is about karma, because if you do wrong, wrong will come back to you. And 2 Timothy 3:5, Timothy speaks to avoid such people. Stay away from the heartless, abusive, brutal, and treacherous. And that's what I do. I stay away from that. 1 Corinthians 15:33 suggests keep distance from those who might lead us away from a virtuous path is wise. I wasn't scared. I wasn't running. I wasn't being soft or being punked out. I was being obedient to my God. That's what I was doing. I was protecting my brand. It really hurt my soul that Take Heed's husband was dragged into this. But she did her own thing. She did her own thing. I love my girl. You know what I'm saying? And you also got to remember that when God starts removing people from your life, it's for a reason. After all that happened, there were certain people and content creators that I no longer fucked with anymore, because they showed me their true colors. They showed me that they with the fuckery. When God is removing a person, he is often removing the demons behind that person. Sometimes deliverance comes in from a form of God removing unclean spirits from inside of you, and other times deliverance is when he removes a whole person from around you so you can walk in freedom. Yeah, I'm spitting it tonight. Bolo, I don't know the scriptures like you do. I got to write it down and I got to do my research, but I came with it today. I do what I do for a reason. What's up, Sparta?
What is
How you doing tonight? Uh-oh, wait. Not another white person on Black Man Unfiltered. Oh, wait, you're Greek.
Wait.
This is Sparta!
Holy,
I love when people run their fucking mouths. They don't know.
You're not allowed to be here because you're not black. I'm not black, and this is the Black Man Unfiltered network. So what are you doing here?
Yeah, that's the funny part. I actually have a show on this channel, co-streaming with the big guy. And on top of that, a lot of people like talk shit. And everybody knows on this channel, any other channel, any of you guys need my help, I'm one email away, one text away, one phone call. If they want to run their fucking mouth, you can kiss my hairy, Greek, shiny motherfucking ass.
What's up through the fire? How you doing tonight?
What we talking about? What we talking about?
What we talking about foolery. That's what you. I know you know what we talking. What say you? What you got to say about this? Oh, this is what we talking about. Watch.
JT.
There's no foundation. He's just rushing him like a street fight, like he's nothing. Like
you know, he probably
like just play things. He's fighting like me.
Miss,
like just rushing him.
Head bust him, rushed him in, spun him around.
Power punch, like,
He had a flat on your back.
Can I be diplomatic? Can I be diplomatic?
Oh, of course. We accept everything over here. Okay. You know, hyenas, simps, diplomacy. Go
I don't
ahead.
with no simp, but I want to be diplomatic, and I'm gonna come from an analytical standpoint about this. Look, let me tell you something. My man over there that got in the ring with that 6'3" wall that he ran into, my man's did not take the situation seriously. He did not go train, he did not prepare, he did not do anything. And so, but Mr. Fantastic prepared for months, trained for months with a professional fighter. Fantastic took this seriously. And my man's over there didn't take it seriously. And when you do not take things seriously, when you do not prepare, even if it's a exhibition of sorts, then you get mollywopped.
You got to be able to pume.
you get mollywopped in life when you don't prepare. This is not even about the fight. When you're not prepared in life, you get mollywopped, and unfortunately, that's what happened. Now, as far as the beef, is it karma? If you're not prepared, if you don't prepare yourself, I don't necessarily call that karma. I call that you got caught the way you're supposed to get caught when you're unprepared.
I know, but that was my karma for him because I can't knock him out like that.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I'll be perfectly honest and transparent. I was one of the first people who told you not to respond.
Yes, you were.
I was one of the first people who told you not to respond to this shit, and I also told you. Maybe I don't know if I told you, if I told somebody else, but I told you that it was an awkward situation because I liked her. I was friendly with her, and I felt that it was. Now, the one thing that I was unequivocal about that I felt was dead ass wrong is when somebody's husband got drugged into this. That's not a part of none of this. That was
exactly.
That was uncalled for. I can say that with my chest. If she doesn't like me because I said that, then so be it. I mean, you know what I mean? But that's the truth of the matter is Takei's husband is a private man. He's not out on social media. None of us know what he looked like for real. You know what I mean? He doesn't comment. You know what I mean? He lets his wife, do what she do. And he stays in the background taking care of his family. That man was an innocent bystander. He did not need to get dragged through none of this. And that was unfair. And I think, let me tell you something, is I think she knows that. And I'm trying to restrain myself from completely judging what he didn't correct his woman to do in that moment, but I think that's I think that was a failure, for me. I will, let me tell you this. I will never sit up on the panel with my woman or whatever and going out dragging a woman or participating in a cat fight. I will never sit up there with two women on the panel and then turn into the third one in a goddamn cat fight. I can't do it. I don't think I could allow my woman to continue to do it. Can you have disagreement? Can you defend yourself? Yes. But just to be a full-blown attack, I don't know. That I agree with who was that guy named Israel? Is that was his name?
Izzy Bands.
I really don't know Izzy, but I take Izzy's stance in, whatever her beef is with you two women, y'all can work that.
No, that was him. That was him that came in the chat. That was him again.
I got all of that. But no, I said I take Izzy's stance when he says you two women can work that out. That's the stance I take. You know what I mean? Like if you and her, if she got a beef with you, she firing off at you, and you want to go at it with her, or you said something that offended her, or vice versa, I have no problem with y'all working that shit out. You know what I mean? That's woman shit. Like, I'll give you an example. When my nephews come over, they twice a month. I have my nephews do a weekend over here, and every time they over here, they get to stomping and squabbling with one another. And one of them will run their little ass upstairs, and I'll be like, ho, I want to hear it. Turn your ass around. Go back and work it out. I don't get involved in kid shit. You know what I mean? And I send them away. That's how I felt about whatever the beef was between you and her. My problem was when an innocent bystander got brought into this shit. That was wrong. and I didn't really think as my personal man, I would have not been sitting up on the panel with her, with my woman and another woman, involving myself in a goddamn cat fight. I would not have done that.
That's why I have no respect for him. Because you should have put pumping the brakes on the situation versus adding gas to the fire.
And me saying this, will probably further alienate me from them. But that's just my stance on it. You know what I mean? I don't dislike either one of them.
And then I do have to admit, because I just remembered, and I'm going to retract something. Yes, she came in with guns blazing. I shot back at her. This wasn't raw because the other chick brought her in. I shot back at her, and I guess I hurt her feelings, and then that's when all this happened. So I do take responsibility for my part, but you came on my show, said some fuck shit in the comments about me. So yeah, I'm a shoot back, but it wasn't warranted for you to go like a little girl in middle school to go recruit somebody else, go do a whole live and dox me and then involve her man. I mean, it was ridiculous, and it was childish, and it's unnecessary. And we're going to talk about this tonight, and that's it. I'm going to put it to sleep, but I had to show him getting the knock the fuck out. Because in my world, I look at it as that's my revenge. You see what I'm saying? The embarrassment that he's going through, his boys clowning him, and shout out to PhD. But we've never met, we've never spoken, but I've heard you speak. She said that he trained for months.
No, he couldn't.
He went from 325 to 275.
Who did?
Cellulite.
No. That does not look like. Even though, let me tell you something. Even though Fantastic is 6 foot, Cellulite is not as tall. You can tell. Even if he was if he trained for that amount of time and went in there trained and prepared, even if he would have lost, it wouldn't have looked like that. Even with a guy as tall and as big with the reach, you know what I mean? Because he would have been trained with guys similar to fantastic stature. When in boxing, when you're gonna fight somebody, they train you against the same stature.
Yeah, your weight class. That's why they have a weight class.
Well,
right?
Yeah, but even if you're gonna fight somebody bigger, you're gonna train against somebody bigger. You understand what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So you have at least have an idea of what that might look like when you're actually in there. If you 5'11" and he's 6'3", you understand what I'm saying? They're going to train you against a 6'3" guy.
Exactly. So it's not such a culture. It's not a shock when you get in the ring. I get it.
So
go ahead.
Obviously, you guys know I have a martial art background. I trained and taught. So as a sensei, you need to train them to fight as a taller, shorter, fatter, skinner. It doesn't fucking matter, because at the end of the day, you don't know what you're walking into. You can walk into a blaze of hell or walk in a park. So that person did not come prepared. He under administration goes, "Oh, I got this." I'll use Rocky for example. He didn't train on Rocky 3, and he got his ass whooped, and he got the belt taken away from him. Same concept. If you don't train like it's your last day, your survival for your life, for your loved one, for you're fighting for your wife's ring, a hand marriage, whatever you're fighting for, it doesn't matter. Whatever your reason, that's your business. You fight and train correctly. Diet, getting up at a certain time, making sure you do, say the rounds are 45 minutes, you do an hour and a half of one round, so you don't get winded and blow it up. People don't do that. You think, "Oh, I can do this. They got these guys on TV. I can do it." Like, no, you can't. No, you can't.
Yeah,
they're training for survival.
I wasn't boxing, but I wrestled in high school. I had a scholarship to the university. I got a athletic scholarship to wrestle in college. I'm telling you right now, you can even if somebody loses, you can tell that they've been trained and they've been prepared, even in a loss. Cellulite walked into that unprepared. He walked in there with some arrogance. That's why
and he talked so much shit and all the back and forth. I'm gonna beat you, I'm gonna get you, and and look what happened. Look what happened. And all I'm doing is putting forth the guys that I didn't. To me, I'm satisfied now. To me, this was God's way of showing me I got you.
He's gonna fight again, but let me tell you something. If he has any kind of pride about himself, this is a lesson that he's learned, and he won't walk up into another one like that again. Any man who gets dropped in life in a sparring match, all of that, you know, once you get dropped and you got to go do it again, you ain't going in there unprepared. Even if you get dropped the second time, at least you're gonna go in there with a puncher's chance. You see what I did there?
Yeah, I saw that. But in my world, TJ and everybody else, Sparta, that I'm good now. I am totally satisfied. Her channel was taken down. That was her karma. He was knocked the fuck down. That's their karma. You see what I'm saying? Just leave me alone. Either embrace me, to embrace or not to embrace. You don't like what I say or what I do? Scroll up. Unsubscribe.
But you know, Grace, according to that Bible, you do not revel in your enemy's defeat.
I'm not perfect.
Revel in it. You don't do that.
I get it.
But you know what you do, Grace? Do what I say do. I'm a work in progress.
That's I've said that. I said that tonight. I'm not perfect, but I've been holding this in for a long time. I've been praying about it, and when this came about, I said, you know what, God, thank you for showing me that you do put that this is in your hands. I didn't have to do anything. I'm still here. I may not have 30,000 subscribers. I may not make $500 a live, but you know what? I go home and I sleep good at night. I help people all day at my job. I help people all night on my channel. And God is going to see that for me in my heart. My time will come. My time for super chats will come. My time for cash apps will come. I've gotten cash apps. I just don't brag about it or let people know what I'm getting. I don't even know. I mean, I do my lives on my phone, so I can't even check my cash app until after the show, unless somebody tells me check this, check that. Because you guys, my initial intent to do this wasn't for the money. But then when I saw just how much time and energy and effort goes into it, yeah, I don't blame Izzy Bands and Angry Man and how they move.
I did my live stream last week. Remember, that shit took me a week and a half to put together. That's crazy. I don't understand these people who could get up here and do it 4 or 5 days a week, because it took me a week to put, because, well, I do the thing that a lot of people don't do. I actually do research. I actually go read. I actually look up articles. I actually look up data. I actually look up, I go look up the historical context about what I'm going to do. It takes me, I do 3 to 4 days of actual research before I even start to construct my actual. And let me tell you something. A lot of times, what I want to do, what I want to say, changes after I've done the research.
Because now you learned something that you didn't know.
Then I go, damn it, I can't say that because, huh?
I'm sorry to cut you off, but people don't realize how much work we put behind this.
Yeah,
like if you have, like I say, facts, let's say cheating, for example, we're talking about cheating for argument's sake. That is facts. Now, if you add anime and other context into that stuff, oh, you open a big can of worms. Because I like on Thursdays I do serious topics, and Saturday I do fun stuff. Dude, if you want to talk about, you want a pain in the ass, do Star Wars, then come talk to me. That is 2 months in advance. I got to prep out 2 months in advance.
Yeah. So I don't blame, and shout out to Angry Man and Izzy Bands when they, at first I felt uncomfortable. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It felt like I was begging. I'm not used to asking people for money and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But when I got deeper into the game and I did see how much time it takes, you gotta have a computer, you gotta have proper lighting. Y'all ain't never seen me not dialed up, because you're gonna get what you see on my profile picture. I'm not gonna come up here with rollers and stuff like that. I'm going to make sure that I'm right. I'm going to give you what you're expecting. And if I don't feel comfortable about doing a show, I'm quick to cancel a show, because I'm not going to give a half-assed show. I'd rather just reschedule it for next week. But under the mentorship of all you guys and BMU and other people, I'm getting better. Because if you compare my first show from 2 years ago till now, it's a 360 degrees. I've made the changes. I'm not perfect yet. I'm still working on getting on a new computer, and it'll happen. It will happen in God's timing. The fact that I can still do my show, I got my awesome background. I'm getting kind of tired of it. I'll probably change it out on the new year and get something new. But the fact remains is, don't come for me. If you don't like what I say, you don't like what I'm talking about, then just scroll up and unsubscribe. But to turn around and do a whole show and bring up my dead family and bring up pictures.
Going too far.
Bringing up my pictures, my son. I mean, come on, man. I mean, my son watched this, and he was what? I mean, I'm telling you, he's an Aries. He's very quiet, but he observes. And he asked me, "So, Mom, what you gonna do?" I mean, he's seeing how I'm gonna react to things, and he didn't see me wilding out, because ever since he was a kid, I always had him carry a bail bonds card. I said, "Here, carry this." He was like, "What do I need this for?" I said, "In case your mama get into some shit, you know who to call. Call this person first, and then you call your titis, because one number, 5 people pick it up, but you got called my bail bonds to get that started right away." He was like, "Mom, you crazy." I said, "No, I just know me sometimes and what can happen. So you want to be ready so you don't have to get ready. You call this number, start setting it up, call your aunts and your daddy and get me out if it cut, just in case." But
Grace, with all due respect, you're Dominican. You have a worse temper than a fucking world, probably.
No, I've gotten better through the years. I've gotten better. I'm not quick to react. I actually count to 10 sometimes. I mean, there are times when, yeah, you're right. That temper does get at me. I'm not going to deny it, but I do internalize. See, that's what the kinds of things that you learn.
I was engaged to the Dominican for 3.5 years. Garden scissors and chocolates and plates were thrown around across the room very fucking easily. I'm like, listen, if you can dodge a garden scissor, you can dodge a ball.
Damn, she was toxic. She was toxic, Sparta. I mean, I'm a lover. I'm a fighter. I don't, I'd rather do other things than fight. There's so many other things that we could be doing than fight. I like to resolve conflict. I don't like to go to bed angry. I don't like the silent treatment, but I've also learned to give people their space. Let's say me and TJ are dating and he got mad at me for something I did and he expressed his feelings and he's like, "I don't want to talk to him." I'm going to let him be. I'm going to leave him alone. I'll probably go in the kitchen and cook him something. You know what I'm saying?
I have one major rule in any relationship I'm in. It doesn't matter how mad we are each other. When we go to bed, you still kiss me good night and tell you love me at the end of the day. Because we can talk about the next day, what's going on. Because you never know what can happen next day. I might be the one who gets up early, goes to work. All of a sudden, semi truck hits me and I'm dead.
Exactly. Ain't no sleeping on the couch. No. You could sleep mad at me and put a pillow in between us, and I still might try to get me some. Because you know what? One thing ain't got nothing to do with the other.
I have never put a pillow between us or anything like that. I'm still gonna cuddle up with you. I'm still gonna kiss you goodnight.
No, because if I'm pissed off at you and I don't want to, no, I'm not gonna be able to cuddle. I'm sorry. I may be able to you and then roll over and go right back to sleep, but I ain't gonna be able to cuddle and all that lovey-dovey. Embrace. Peter is talking about the chancleta. Yup. Latinos be crazy sometimes. Yup. He knows about the chancletas. Yep, whatever we got in our hand.
It's disgusting.
But that's where therapy comes in. You learn to internalize things. You learn to step away from things and count to 10. You learn to choose your words wisely, because words hurt. Words hurt. And there's some things sometimes that you will say to a person that you can't take back. And I've learned that. I've learned not to do that. And especially if that's somebody that you respect and that you love. Now, I'm talking about guys when I was in my 20s and stuff. I'm going to be, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm going to be 50 on Thursday. Whatever, JT. You've been past 50, so don't clown me.
Like you got to be able to pume.
I think about I pick and choose my battles wisely. I really do. It's not worth it. Life is too short. Like you said, Peter, we can go to bed angry with each other at night, and then I wake up in the morning, get hit by a semi truck, and I'm gone. Now what? Now you're regretting what I should have said, or we got mad at each other. I don't want that. I don't want that. You got to have communication. And if you guys go to my channel, you will see I have shows embracing conflict resolution, effective communication, things to help us get better and be better. But no, y'all give me, some of y'all, I'm only 35 years old. Yeah, you better switch the numbers around.
Oh, he's full of shit. He's like 95, that old man.
Yeah. Embrace. My birthday's November 23rd. You see, Catalina, I knew I liked you. You almost made it to Scorpio. You're a Sagittarius. You almost made it.
Watch it. My birthday's coming up too.
I can't deal with this. I can't deal with it.
23rd. I'm the 29th.
JT so old he can't eat spicy food no more.
Yo, wicked, yo.
Shut the fuck up.
well, maybe JT. You see, I'll make sure he takes a Pepsi C before he eats something spicy. Any food. Exactly. But you guys, I just wanted to bring forth to light this. I laughed as hell when I saw him get knocked off. Like, run that tape again, JT. Let's see it again.
There's no foundation. He's just rushing him like a street fight, like he's nothing. Like look at,
he probably
like just play thing. He's fighting like
swing,
me.
miss,
Like just rushing him.
head bust him, rushed him in, spun him around.
Power punch, like
He had a flat on your
That
I ain't gonna lie to you, that's hard to watch. Stop. That's hard to watch. I can't do that.
I love. God forgive me, but I'm laughing
Grace,
inside.
No, Grace, no.
It's that Scorpio. That shit is hilarious to me. God don't like ugly. God don't like ugly, and he ain't too particular about pretty.
I know, Grace, but you know that was hard to watch. Lord, that was hard to watch.
And then, do you really think that she's gonna have some type of respect for that man after seeing her man getting knocked out like that?
Like he's nothing. Like look at,
he probably
like just play thing. He's fighting like
swing,
me.
miss,
Like just rushing him.
head bust him, rushed him in, spun him around.
Power punch, like
He had a flat on your back.
He said, "Look, Grace."
I'm gonna watch that on the big screen TV and just laugh. I'm sorry, I have to, and I gotta get it out of my system.
She said she love her man, and it's just a sport. That's what she said.
Okay, well that's good. Stand by your man.
I can't comment on nothing further, but we all know what happens when a man get beat down in front of his woman. That's it.
it's disgusting.
It'll come up one day in a heated argument. That's why your ass got knocked out like a bitch. It'll
Oh Lord. Goddamn.
It'll come out, but again, we watching on the flat screen. You see? But again, and this is why this is why I brought this up. You know, when I heard Take Heed bring this up in the morning time, but she took it to a whole different angle, I said, all right, we not. And then it's funny to me because sometimes I see shows that be coming on the Black Man Unfiltered. I'm like, well, damn, I had a show like that. That only lets me know that I'm hanging around the right people because we're all mind-like. We want to talk about the same things. Oh, here we go. Hi, Uncle Jeff.
Hey, now.
How you doing?
How's everybody doing?
Hey, Uncle Jeff, I heard you moved.
Oh yeah, man.
You moved out of state,
still
right?
In California. I just moved up the hill. Excuse me. I just moved up the hill and out of the way of what's about to happen this week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know that's right. So, Uncle Jeff, I don't know how long you've been watching. I don't know what you heard, but what say you on this? I had to get this out my system. It's not a bashing. It's really about karma. you know, but I had to get this out my system because I don't know if you know the backstory, but I have been drugged through the mud by these people, and this is my little get back.
Give me a little backstory.
Two ladies.
Swing miss. Head bust him, rust him in.
Hold on.
Spun him around.
Oh, Fantastic and Cellulite.
Yeah. Well, anyway, me and his girl and somebody else supposedly got into some beef, and they doxed me. They brought up my bank statements, my work history, my criminal arrest history, showed pictures of my dead parents. I mean, people don't realize how much loss I have dealt with. Y'all go to family reunions and see your family. I go to a cemetery to go see my family, my mother, my father, my sister, my cousin, my brother. Okay? The love of my life got murdered. So I've dealt with a lot of loss. And to see their,
I'm sorry about that.
And to see their picture and being mocked and talked to hurt me. But thank God I had people that kept me grounded and not to go the fuck off. And I'm talking about karma today, how what comes around goes around. And I think this knockout satisfies me in my heart that's my karma. Oh, show him the video of Izzy because Cellulite didn't leave. Go ahead.
Yo, Cell, chill out, bro. Cellulite, chill out, man. Don't run your personal agendas in my chat, my nigga. Nah. Embrace the Grace is cool over here. She ain't done nothing to us. Do not run your personal agenda in my chat, bro. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
What the hell? Wait a minute.
Embrace show love to the channel. Embrace is cool with us. I don't have no problem with Embrace. I don't know whatever you got going on with Embrace, you got to keep that on your side of the fence, bro. I don't go to your channel bringing none of my beef, man. You see, I got enough trouble in my own damn chat. Please don't do that, man. I erased that comment. Please don't do it, bro.
So he was, even after everything went down, you're still coming after me in other people's chat, and you a man. You acting like a bitch. You a man and you still coming after me, talking about I'm race baiting and I'm wearing a wig and I have no business talking about black women issues. That's the whole point of this. So I wrapped it all up in a nice box with a bow when he got knocked the fuck out.
Oh, okay. Well, I can understand how good it must feel to see somebody who was malicious to you get knocked on their ass.
But I hear a butt coming.
Don't know. I don't. I was just on the channel with Hant. Shout out to Hant. I was just talking to these two cats. I mean, literally like 10 minutes ago. And I think more than karma, or yeah, let's go down that karma road for a minute. More than, or in the operation of karma, you're talking about a dude who knew he had to fight somebody who walked around 1.5 feet taller than him and 75 pounds heavier in shape. That did not show up to the fight in shape. For whatever reason. It doesn't matter.
Nope.
He put his life at risk.
Yep.
That dude's Cellulite. I mean, what's tall dude name? Mr. Fantastic is no small Fantastic. Man. He is no small man. Honestly, I ain't pinning no roses on myself, but if I had coached either one of them, the fight would go way different. I'd have run the shit out of him. I'd have run the shit out of Fantastic. That's all you need to do, because he's already a Goliath. Just lean him up and let him go. I'd have taught the other dude the other way, different. But the thing is, he came to work unprepared and got easily beaten.
That's what I said.
Maybe karma works that way because it's the same mindset that doesn't train enough, that says the kind of things that it says, that goes the kind of places that it goes. So,
and to do the kind of things that you do.
Exactly. So Is it to say that that mindset created the individual who did not show up in shape? Or is it to say that the individual who did not show up in shape also is reaping the karma from what he has sown? It depends on how you want to look at it. For me, I don't know if I would attach these two to karma as much as I would, dude, you took Goliath for granted. Period.
And Grace, ain't that what I said when I first came up?
Yeah, you did.
He showed up. He knew Fantastic spent 4.5 months. Well, Fantastic, look, everybody thought Fantastic was soft because everybody watched Fantastic get beat in the last fight. But what they weren't telling you, what they weren't emphasizing, is that Fantastic fought a man who was a Golden Gloves boxer. Fantastic's not a boxer. So if you get in the ring, you a non-boxer, you get in the ring with somebody who fights Golden Gloves, you're going to get mollywopped. And that's what happened with Fantastic. And the Golden Gloves boxer was smaller than Fantastic. So when everybody saw that, they just assumed Fantastic can get his ass whooped. But when you bring somebody on equal footing, and then you put arrogance on top of that, Fantastic got his ass whooped and then went to work. And
he prepared himself.
And no one took the lesson from Fantastic getting his ass whooped and then Fantastic going to work. No one understood that you got to go to work. Fantastic worked for 4.5 months, 4 days a week with a trainer, exercising, running. And Cellulite, I have nothing against this brother. Cellulite, he spent more time on YouTube channel talking about the fight than preparing for the fight. And when he showed up, this wasn't just he got put on his ass, Uncle Jeff. I saw more clips of this. It wasn't just he got put on his ass. This was embarrassing. It was embarrassing and hard to watch. It was hard to watch. It was literally like Fantastic beating up a 10-year-old. That's what it looked like.
Well, I can say this. You're to co-sign what you're saying. He basically did what he accused what he accused Mr. Fantastic of, which was disrespecting the sport.
Yep.
If you don't have the time, we all have the same 24 hours. Oprah don't have more hours than you. Michael Jordan don't have more hours than nobody you can think of. That's Bill Gates, none of them. Elon Musk, we all got the same 24 hours. You didn't take your hours as seriously as Mr. Fantastic took his. And you can look, that's two different fighters. That's two different. If you go look at Fantastic in the first fight, ignore, shout out to CJ, the dude he was fighting. Ignore him. Look at Fantastic's arms. Look at his timing. Look at how he uses his weight. Look at how he uses his feet. And then look at the exact same dude fight Cellulite. It's two different dudes.
Yes.
It's night and day because he put the work in.
Yes.
I don't think, and I think if given the opportunity again, I think Cell will take this one more serious.
Yeah.
I think if he gets a rematch, we get to see how serious he is.
Let me tell you what Fantastic, because he was talking a little bit at a time about what he was doing in his prep. No sugar, no bread, raw vegetables, lean protein. This is what the fuck Fantastic was talking about. Every time you would see him, I just came from a 5K run. I just came from my trainer. I just came from the gym. Cellulite, cigars, drinking.
Simping.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to go that, what is, But I'm just saying. But if Cellulite is any decent, if Cellulite has any kind of pride, which I think he does, and I think he said he's going to fight again, he will not do this again. Even if he
I don't think he will either. And
he will not show up like this again.
I don't think. I think he'll be Because, and to his defense, when I was just talking to him on the show, the things he was speaking about staying off his line, about being stiff-armed, all those things made perfect sense. It's just that I don't think that in the shape he showed up in, he could do anything about it. He couldn't. It was. You can't. You got to get and stay fast in order to be fast on the night of the fight. You got to. It don't matter how fast you were. You got to get and stay. You can't be getting on the night of the fight. You got to be there, have been there, and stayed there. That's what camp is about. And we ain't expecting these dudes to drop their life. That's why they're called professional boxers. We ain't expecting you to do that. But if you know you're gonna get in the ring with another dude, I'm not gonna even tell you no bread. I'm not gonna tell you as your trainer. I'm not gonna tell you no bread. Just let me know when you ate it, because the next day I'm gonna run your ass until you fucking drop. We're gonna do some Jaguar training. I'm gonna get a racquetball court and put you and a hungry Jaguar in there for 45 minutes. Come back, and either I open the door, I got a fighter, or I don't. We gonna have some fun, bro. We gonna run those carbs off, so that maybe so that we can see if you're a carb machine. My brother-in-law is a carb machine. Bread and beer, and he looks like Tom Cruise. I can't fucking stand him. But that's what he also works his ass off in the gym. So some guys run on it. You got to see what your fighter runs on and be serious. That's what it's going to take to get past a dude who is naturally 1.5 feet taller than you with a 6-inch reach advantage.
Hey, did y'all see how his foot was? His footing. Actually it was both of them, but
fantastic.
When you look at Willie, right? When you look at Cellulite, he was first and foremost, he was flat-footed. Secondly, his feet was too close together. You get a chance, watch the video again and watch, and you're absolutely right when you say he was definitely out of shape. He was in there with a guy that was in shape. That was basic boxing tactics that he never even developed. Think about this. He only got knocked out because his chin was up, right? And he led with his head. He thought he was going to be able to rush Fantastic. First and foremost, you have at least 3 inches less in your arm length than that 6 foot. How tall is Fantastic? 6'5", 6'4"?
6'5". Yep.
So he's 5'11", so he say 5'10", 5'11", 6 feet. You can't do something like that just getting done. These are smokers, right? These are boxing smokers. So at the end of the day, if you can keep the basic stance, you can have the basic conditioning, and you keep your fucking chin down, you never have to worry about getting knocked the fuck out. He got knocked out first and foremost because he kept turning his body the wrong way. And Fantastic, if you seen when he knocked him out the first time that he got him, all he did was it wasn't even a setup. He just turned him around and gave him the business. You're never supposed to be that, especially being that heavy. Guaranteed, if he would have went in there knowing the basics, he wouldn't have got knocked out. He probably would. You see what happened with Fantastic when he fought the first fight he fought, where for one, that's a big dude, but the guy that he was fighting, he wasn't that much shorter than him. He was a lot smaller, but he wasn't as short as him. But he was, we would consider an amateur, but shit, an amateur boxer, the next thing is to be professional. So when Fantastic went in there, he found out that, hey man, this conditioning is fucking me up. He didn't get embarrassed because, for one, he had a reach. At least he kept the dude away from him. And he was a little bit taller. What happened with Cellulite was that he had no, I don't know if he used to box or he said he used to box, but I can tell you right now, if he stood the way that he was standing, that nigga ain't never had a real fight. Not in the ring like that. He was flat-footed and his feet was too close together. His chin was always leading. He had his shoulders down and his head up. Anybody could have knocked his ass out if they knew what they were doing.
Those are street fighting stances.
Yeah, that was not a boxing stance.
That was street fighting stances.
I have to disagree. I'd have to disagree
about martial arts,
both.
at least. In martial art, we teach to be on the ball of the foot. The reason is it's easier to jump right into it or jump back or get into a judo throw or whatever the case is. It's agility. It's like a cheetah. When she's right about it, she gets in there, a cheetah gets it, curls up, and it jumps right into it. He didn't have that. The chin. Glass jaw. That's what we call glass jaw in the field. Meaning if you get knocked out, you're out. It stops the electromagnet to the brain, and that's what we call a glass.
But his first knockdown was to the nose, and the thing is that he's not used to getting punched in the nose.
Okay, guys.
When the first time you even punched. I'm sorry, dude. Go ahead, Unc.
There's a couple of fighters who would disagree with you about stance. They would be Rocky Marciano and Ken Norton, who both fought like that. Here was his problem, in my opinion. I can't say that he doesn't have boxing experience. I can name you 4 flat-foot champions. It's not that. It's not even so much that he was standing with his feet too close. It was when, you were right, TJ, he was standing right in front of Mr. Fantastic with his feet too close. When his feet being close to him works in his advantage is, and I'm sorry, also read Joe Frazier. Bruh, if you stand on the outside of Mr. Fantastic, a 6'5" man with your chin down, and your guard up in proper position, you are about to get the holy shit beat out of you.
Guaranteed.
JT, let's see that again one more time.
Hold on.
I think Grid gets a kick out of it.
These guys,
I do.
These guys
you gotta fight. You gotta fight, TJ.
Stop laughing, JT. I know y'all laughing.
Come in with your head down and try your best to get
on his inside.
Listen, no. But that's only. This is what I'm saying. Those guys that you named, those were professionals, and before they were professionals, they were amateurs. So that was a part of how they got a chance to fight. When you got somebody that's doing smokers, this is somebody that's not boxing all the time. This is somebody I can tell you, I know exactly what he did wrong. Feet was too close together. And they wasn't far enough apart, and he kept turning his body. His body.
Run the tape, JT. Let's see it. Let's see the foolery one more time.
He could have saved himself, and it was win, no doubt about it. He was not conditioned. So absolutely, I agree with you, Jeff on that. He was not conditioned.
Can you run it? If you can?
Yeah.
Run it from the very front, and I'm gonna bring up a few boxers which is why I don't agree that he doesn't have boxing experience. I saw what he did. He executed it horribly. And I'll tell you exactly who it is that fights like
that. He's just rushing him like a street fight, like it's nothing. Like
he probably
just like he's fighting like me.
Okay.
You see that right there? That's an uppercut waiting to happen right there.
Oh, sure.
Look what he did.
Sure. That's an uppercut waiting to happen. Because if you look how he stepped to the left and to the right and to the left as he walked in, he just made 3 steps. That's not what he was supposed to do. He was supposed to move his head the other way of his feet on the way in.
Guess what
Mike
he did
Tyson.
wrong?
Watch Joe Louis.
Right, but guess what they always have?
If you watch him a bit more, you'll see that he knows that. If you start this from the beginning, there are other spots where you see him do it. But he did it so poor that it didn't work. When he got in, he didn't use his hands. But bruh, I'm not professing to be a genius here. I just happen to know this again, like the other brother as a martial artist, and I used to box. That the one thing you got to do on a tall man is get on the other side of his jab.
Yep,
if you stand in a traditional stance,
so
and
if
try
you
to fight
saying that,
dude
right,
who can keep you out here all night, bro.
But if you're saying that, Jeff,
all night,
this is why I say
you have to move. That's what made Mike Tyson so dangerous.
But this is why I say he's limited.
So quick.
He's limited in his performance. First and foremost, you would never put yourself with a tall guy in that type of a position. Look where his eyes are.
It is nuts.
It's in his nuts.
It's nuts.
It's under the canvas. So watch this. Hold on.
I'll tell you, only men can cut up a whole little fight.
Yes.
And have a whole conversation.
Now watch this.
He
Watch
looks
this.
like a mad younger brother right here.
And this is where it gets really bad for him. Right here.
Why is he spun him around?
Boom.
Oh yeah, right there.
It was too late. See, if Fantastic was more seasoned, he wouldn't have stepped back from him. He would have stepped over to the side and give him what he gave him. It would have been way worse than what he gave him. But watch, that's why. Look where his old boy's body.
That man to the hospital.
Yeah, he would have took him to the hospital. Now watch what happened. He was slow, and Fantastic was really slow with this. But watch how he get him. He rep. How many people you know dip down and then give him an uppercut? That uppercut would have came already. He would have been right there in his stance, and he would have gave him that uppercut. When I tell you, it would have been more than that one punch. That would have been a 1-2.
Before he failed, be honest about one thing. This was
before he failed. He would have got a second one. He would have finished him with that second, that number 2.
What? And I hope I'm not interrupting. What TJ is talking about is the difference between throwing that uppercut for a year and throwing that uppercut for 3 years.
Yes.
If he had been throwing that uppercut for 3 years, he could throw it sharper, faster, more on target, and enough time to where he would have knocked that foot is.
He would have knocked that leather helmet off.
And in no time, his right foot would have been in, and he would hit him again.
Uncle Jeff, this is only 4 months of training, and he did this.
Right.
Yes.
4 months.
Yeah.
I always had my money on Fantastic.
Yeah. He was definitely focused. You can tell he was focused. That's why he didn't speak too much about it or whatever. But every time you seen him, he was like, I'm going to training. I'm going to training. And then he had some times where he was like, I'm showing y'all I'm serious about it. But look what he did. Look how far he's away from old boy. That's supposed to be at least a 1-2. And this motherfucker, that helmet would have been in the goddamn, if he was alive, well, that helmet would have been in the goddamn bleachers taking pictures.
Yeah, that's not on your
Bro. That was at least 2 punches.
Daylight would have been in the hospital.
Yeah, that would have been it, man.
Honestly, that is the most sloppiest fight I ever seen. To be straight up,
it's not his.
It's a smoker. It's a smoker. You know,
it's not his feet. It's his hands. Now that I look at that tell me, bruh, I don't know what kind of profession.
I'm enjoying this too much.
I don't know what kind of
let's
fight.
go right here. Let's go back right here.
You ain't shit.
All Fantastic had to do. I don't know if y'all know what sit down on the punch is.
Yeah.
If he would have stayed at least another 5 inches closer to him and sat down on that punch, I'm telling you, that would have been 2 punches. And that helmet he had would have been off. The Velcro would have been the only thing stuck to his face. That shit, look at that shit. That shit.
TJ, right? Okay.
Y'all,
a little more. A little more.
Wait, where you want to go back?
To right where he turned around. Right where go back some more.
Right there. He back there looking at his feet again. He looking at his own feet.
Now let it play. Right there.
Bro.
Right where he hit him with an uppercut. He's so lucky. He's right.
Stop, JT.
If this is an amateur. You let him fight him again in a year, He's not going to be standing there. He's going to be standing about 1.5 inches closer and going to hit you 3 times before you hit the pavement.
Oh, if they both train on some real ass shit, they take it serious, even more serious, and they both train for the fight. Oh, it'll be a whole different type of a fight.
Well,
and I
you know
understand
what?
too. It's 4 rounds, and it's 2 minute 4 rounds instead of 3 minute 3 rounds. So that's a little bit different too, because that first round is what got him. That first round.
I tell you, I still
got his
honestly,
ass.
and I'll shut up. I still honestly, if you let them both train hard for a year, I still give it to Fantastic because of what Cell is gonna have to learn.
Yes. Yeah.
What
yeah.
he gonna not just learn, what you gonna have to do.
Yeah,
You're
it's gonna have to
That's
be
why
like
they have weight classes. That's why taller men tend to prevail unless they can move lateral really, really fast, like Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
If you don't, and it's how long it's gonna take him to learn to fight like that.
Yeah, and
that
then
shit ain't.
And then you talking about Mike Tyson know every combination that it is. He knows
Oh my God.
He knows every neck to shoulder movement. It's like this man was one with the center of gravity. Come on, man. Mike Tyson was a damn running back type of. He was built like a damn running back. You try to knock him out. You know how you see the ones that knocked him out. They were taller than him, and the motherfuckers trained.
Bruh,
they trained.
Look, Mike Tyson could have Don King, jail time, abandoning his jab, and Kevin Rooney is the only thing that stopped Mike Tyson from being the best heavyweight of all time.
And cocaine.
And cocaine and Robin Givens. There was a lot. Yeah,
Robin Givens.
Damn.
There was a lot. But yes, that the case in point, that's who you talking about.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson, Joe Frazier, Marvin Hagler. You're gonna have to be a brawling technician to give up that much reach, that much height, that much power, and that much room. If you both train from where you are a year from now, I still got to give it to
Fantastic.
To Fantastic in a boxing match. Now, if this was jiu-jitsu, different animal. Totally different animal.
Yeah.
Even if it was a martial art or MMA, it is a different animal too. Any different kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like the way they're fighting, like if his head went down there, like he did, I would just elbow them right in the fucking skull and knock them the fuck out.
Yeah, you got elbows and
Okay,
knees,
well,
bro.
we not trying to cause no harm, guys. We got off track now, but you know what I'm saying.
I'm just saying. From the martial art, from a black belt as a sensei, if he came down that way, he's gonna get his ass creamed. Like his nose would have been inside his mouth when I'm done with him. When I'm
right now, I'm just swimming in satisfaction that what was done to me. I'm gonna look at it this knockout. You know what I'm saying?
Respect to the sensei in the room. I didn't know. You was a sensei?
Yes, a third grade black belt, 4-time grand champion.
Okay, what style?
As a mixed martial art, Saijutsu Netjutsu is a kung fu and karate mixed together.
Dope, man. I definitely. Please send me a link to your stuff, man. I love the fight game.
Yeah, I don't do too much of that on my channel, but I'll send you my channel right now. It's actually
watch. I won't be surprised if the females start fighting now. Watch, they'll probably start setting up female fights or mud fights.
She requested one.
Who?
You know who? She requested one.
Word?
Yeah.
I don't really like seeing females fight. It don't interest me.
I don't know if I co-sign that, guys.
I'd rather see females play basketball 1-on-1. You know, like
she requested one.
Or a tennis match or some shit.
I'm gonna dip out of here. Hit me up when you get done. JT.
Yes, sir.
Good talking to you. Uncle Jeff, again for today. Sparta, Peter, what's up? But thank you guys for giving me a couple minutes on your show.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming, TJ, and bringing some wisdom.
When your next show, bro?
Don't gloat too much. So don't do that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. When your next show, bro?
Me?
Yes, sir.
Next week.
Next week on Monday, Tuesday.
On Mondays. I do Mondays at 6:00.
Mondays at 6:00. God damn, man, I be working.
State of the Black State of the Black Culture. That's what we're gonna be doing.
Okay.
Great show.
All right. Most definitely, man. My man, TJ, through the fire, man. It's always a pleasure seeing you, my guy. Most definitely, bro.
So again, you know, I know that this was all set up. It was an event. Shout out to DJ Hamp, whatever. But in my eyes, I'm good now. You know what I'm saying? Because you've been coming for me. You come for me in people's chats, and this is good for you. It's good for you for this to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Embrace. Show us how you gonna sleep tonight.
Yeah.
You silly as hell.
And then tomorrow I better sleep that way too. And I just want to bring up this little thing because I'm getting a lot of flack, guys, from my Spanish friends and family, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans. They can't believe that I'm for Trump. And I had one friend of mine text me and say, "How can you possibly be for Trump when he thought I was Puerto Rican, when you're a Puerto Rican woman and he talks shit about Puerto Rico?" First of all, I just want to say real quick, guys, to switch the whole mood around. It was a comedian that made that comment. Was it distasteful? Absolutely. Was it inappropriate? Yes. But the fact is that it's fucking true. He didn't say nothing about the Puerto Rican people. He says something about the land, the island people. Why are we all so fucking sensitive? You see, this is why we so soft. This everybody gets a trophy. Participation shit has softened everybody up. Nobody got on George Lopez's ass, and shout out to Take Heed because I didn't even know about this. Nobody got on George Lopez's ass when he talked about Mexicans. Yeah, I better build the wall in one day because nothing's gonna be there the next day. That was okay, and that was done.
Was funny.
It was, and that's because it had a little bit of truth into it.
Well,
but
it's jokes.
Exactly. But people want to take shit and run with it, and now you got fucking J-Lo up there, bitch. You can't even keep a husband, but you want to tell me who to keep, who to vote, and then Cardi B, you up there drugging and robbing men. You see what I'm saying, guys? It's like everybody that has endorsed her, it looks like a P. Diddy party. She paid Beyonce $10 million to endorse her when we could have took that $10 million and take it to the hurricane survivors. That's why I'm going for fucking Trump, guys. And let me just, again, I do my research because I looked it up, and I give shout out to the governor of Puerto Rico, Pedro. You've been in office since November 3rd of 2020, and you still ain't done shit about this issue. Why does Puerto Rico have so much trash? It's an island, guys. Where the fuck they gonna put all the trash? So what they need to do is charter a big ass boat, scour up a lot of these illegal immigrants, take them to the island of Puerto Rico, and let them pick up all that goddamn trash. If you want housing, food, education, and healthcare.
Great idea.
Right? They need to let me in. I'm going to talk to Trump. They need to let me get in there. I'll give you some motherfucking ideas. Okay? You put some work into the United States, we let you stay in this motherfucker. Why does Puerto Rico have so much trash? Limited landfill space. Puerto Rico's landfills have been full for years, and many are already at capacity. So why hasn't Joe Biden or Harris done anything about it? No recycling programs. Recycling is scarce. Only 10% of waste is recycled on the island. High consumption. Like everywhere else, Puerto Rico has a high consumption of goods, plastic, and single-use items. So you add the Puerto Ricans that are on the island, then you have tourism. Bring millions of visitors to the island every year, and more trash. And 5, weak waste management infrastructure. Hurricanes and other natural disasters have weakened the waste infrastructure, making cleanup efforts harder. So in actuality, that joke has actually brought to light an issue in Puerto Rico. And I don't know who I'm going to get a hold of. Maybe I'm going to email Trump myself, but that should be one of the first so he can shut all these goddamn Puerto Ricans up talking about they didn't talk bad about Puerto Ricans. They talked about the island. Let's learn how to differentiate things of what people say. Oh well, he hired him to be his comedian. First of all, when you hire people to do jobs for them, do you know them personally? When I planned my wedding and got married, I didn't know the DJ I did know personally. I didn't know the photographer I did know the flower people, the flower shop. I didn't know them personally. I might have done Google reviews, but now they're trying to blame Trump that he said that about Puerto Ricans.
Like you got to be able to pume.
You guys are grasping for straws. Okay, get off his dick and let him do what he does, because Kamala, there was a lot of shit done on Kamala's side too, but I'm so glad that this election is going to be over tomorrow, hopefully, and we can go back to our normal lives, because right now the only thing I'm worried about is who's running the country right now. We are literally on autopilot. Who the fuck is holding the nuclear football right now? Is it Biden? They took his phone away. They took his laptop away. He biting on babies and shit. He talking about smacking on people on the ass. Who is holding the nuclear football right now for us?
Okay.
What say you, Jeff?
I say we got to back up just a little bit. When you say, and again, as I hope everybody knows, I don't have a dog in this race, in that I don't believe in picking getting shot in the face over shot in the chest. They're both shot. Two, I also believe that we are arguing over who is going to be at the helm of the Titanic after it hit the iceberg. With that said, there's no way that whoever, whether it was Donald Trump or not, that hired Tony Hinchcliffe didn't know about Tony Hinchcliffe. Look up Tony Hinchcliffe comedian.
That's all he does. Dark humor
shit. So I can't say we can't use the excuse that he didn't know this particular individual. However, the thing that you said about the joke being insensitive, harsh, and demeaning, that's the kind of shit that makes jokes funny as hell. The joke was funny.
Yes.
That's the line. Is it funny or isn't it? Here's one of the most racist I don't call it, it's bigoted. It's not racist. That's another subject. Jokes about black people, but it's just funny to me.
Jokes about Hispanics, jokes about Jewish people.
What has 10 eyes, 50 toes, and runs yelling, "Hody-do, hody-do, hody-do"? 10 niggas running for the 5 niggas running for the elevator. That's hilarious to me.
Hold it down.
And I screwed the joke up with the numbers and everything because I'm incredibly high right now. But that is a funny. There are racist or what so-called racist black jokes that I think are hilarious. The line is it funny or not? If it's funny, you don't get to call shit else. The thing about the trash, because it's true, it's funny. It's just funny. This is not Donald Trump hates Puerto Ricans. This is not
exactly. But that's how they flipped it. You know what I'm saying? And then look, we ran with it when Biden called Trump supporters trash. What did you see? What did Trump do? He went and got him a dump truck. You know what I'm saying? Put on a vest and say we all try. It's like, come on, people. Come on, stop being so goddamn sensitive, because I know a lot of us have sat there and heard other people say racist, bigoted jokes, and we were all kiki. So to all my Puerto Rican friends and family, get over yourself. Listen. They weren't talking about Puerto Rican people. They were talking about that dirty ass, trashy island, and it needs to be cleaned up. I don't see J-Lo spending $20 million and cleaning it, or Mark Anthony, or Bugs. Or Bugs, because all they did was spread, bullshit. Why don't y'all do something? Be part of the solution instead of part of the problem. How about that?
J-Lo from Puerto Rico, anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You want to stand there and cry and try to convince people and endorse and tell me who to vote when you can't even keep a fucking husband. How many times you been married? 6 or 7 times. I don't like them anymore. I didn't ban J-Lo. I didn't ban Cardi B. I didn't ban you. You don't even know how to say. You said you were supposed to say what word, and you said exchange. How embarrassing that was.
I couldn't do it. And all the people that I liked before, I don't give a fuck who they talk about voting for, who not. I can't. I would have got rid of everybody. I can't get rid of everybody.
You talk about Trump being a felon. You talk about Trump being a felon, but you got Cardi B who admitted drugging men and taking their money. It's like every time I talk to a Kamala supporter, they can never tell me why I should vote for Kamala. You're always telling me about Trump. I said, okay, we all know you've done your research on Trump, but what can you change my mind? Why should I vote for Kamala? They don't know how to answer the question.
No, they're not going to be able to change your mind. The thing is that vote. That's the only thing I told people.
I voted October 20th.
This is what I tell them. Either you vote or you don't. That's all it is. I'm not about to start splitting hairs because, listen, that shit, nobody's going to like nobody if that's going to be the case. You do and say what the hell you want to do and say when it come down to these goddamn presidents. I'm looking at the people in my city. And when I really looked at it in the city, and especially the city that I'm from, guess what? They've actually did their homework. The people that's in my county, they actually did their homework. People know who that congressman is now, right? The thing is that, and we said this before on last week, and I was telling people, first and foremost, if you're going to vote, learn how to vote, right? And one of the biggest things about learning how to vote is that you're going to have to hold your vote somehow collectively. And if you ain't doing none of these things that you have to be able to do right there, just go do what the fuck you going to do. I am not about to be emotionally invested into somebody else's pick or whoever the fuck they want to pick. Do that shit so we can get over this. I don't like election time, and I don't like Christmas. I can't stand neither one of those motherfuckers. People act weird as fuck when they get there. I want all this shit. What's the best time of the year, y'all? Is it April? I don't think it's nothing in April, right?
Well, about weird people, but we're talking to you, man. You're kind of weird yourself.
I know I am, but you weird too, Sparta.
I know I am. Yeah.
Damn, we got Jeff. Are you weird too, Jeff?
Doug, I saw y'all show.
You gotta define weird.
I saw y'all show yesterday. I'm sorry, y'all, but I gotta tell y'all this. I gotta tell Sparta this. I saw the show that y'all had yesterday. Mm-hmm. I was so mad this morning when I saw the show because I had to watch it replay, and y'all were talking about beards, man. Damn that shit. I said, damn, I wish I was there. That was dope.
Beard.
That was a dope. Yeah, they were talking about the maintenance of beards in the countries and
yes, I was listening to that.
Oh man, that was such a dope conversation, dog.
It was a dope conversation about where it was going. I wrote something in the chat.
I already talked to Paul. We're gonna do. I have a list of some things we're gonna go back after the new year comes in. We're going to do a part 2 of a lot of this stuff now.
Well, so Sparta. It's funny that you say this and you had a show. Somebody hit me up a couple days ago and said, you should have a show whether women prefer beards or goatee because I want to know. I can't make up a mind what I should get. I said, well, show me a picture of you looking in a beard and how you look like in a goatee. You know what I'm saying? He's like, well, have a show or do a poll. And
it's
look.
more than that with us, though. That's what I liked about what they were talking about yesterday because it's more than just how it looks. It's the maintenance.
It's the maintenance. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
You have to get a special wash. You can't use shampoo on your head on your beard. It will fuck your beard completely up and dry the fuck out of it. And you have to.
You got to keep it moist.
Yes, that's where the beard oil comes in. It actually helps you moisturize it, and it actually helps your oil. It doesn't itch. It's so much to it. It doesn't. It's not like just take the razor, throw it behind your back. Like that's it. I grow a beard. No, it's not like that.
Like what you had said, it was funny because I do the same thing, like with my beard, and it may look like my beard is coarse, very coarse, but it's not. Right? One of the reasons is because the hair on top of my head is very fine. It's kind of like yours, Jeff. The shit got the waves, and the waves a little bit.
Rottweiler hair,
Yeah, it's the Rockwaller type hair that we. You see Jeff with some hair, you will see what I'm talking about. It's my hair is kind of like the same type of texture with it. So, but my facial, when I do it, I do when you put that oil, and a lot of people they put oil on a dry beard, it's not gonna work. That's the worst thing you can do. That's why you have to make sure it's moist. And what I end up doing is I do
I'm
a
having dirty
conditioner.
thoughts, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, silly. I have a conditioner and I have a beard softener, right? But with that oil, that's what you really have to get in there because your beard will grow it'll just grow where it normally doesn't grow at. All those little spots that people be having. If you get they got a serum. I used to use a serum. I don't have to use that anymore. And they have the grow beard, right? The grow oil. So I use that one mostly. And that I can change my the way I cut my beard so many times, man. I can have it how it is like how Sparta's got his, but then I can also have it where I can have a full beard that it goes across. Like you could do the same thing, can't you, Sparta? You can actually have it where it can go connected directly to the top of your mustache.
Yeah. Completely.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
but it comes down from what you use.
The only pushback I got with you with a softener, sometimes those are you gotta watch what it has in there. You gotta watch the chemicals in there because they could be a lot of silicone and that. That's why I recommend beer butter versus softener. It pretty much the same thing, and it's guess what? About $80 cheaper than that softener stuff. So you just
don't natural juices and berries and shit work for your beard too?
That shit fuck your skin up.
Absolutely. And what I was gonna say. Because you can both grow full beards, fuck both of y'all from the bottom of my heart, because all I can grow is this. And
you just gotta go like that, Uncle Jeff. You gotta go like that in it. You gotta get in it and go like.
I do.
There are actually things we can do to your beard to actually make it come in. It's like
Jeff said, "I do."
Yeah. What is that?
The things you can do to your face to actually make your beard come in, like use Demo Roller or use oil called Accelerator or growth serums and stuff like that.
Damn.
That Accelerator is like $15 a damn bottle, and it's not a big
It ain't
bottle.
that yet. See now, and that's another.
What about coochie juice? That's free.
That's nothing.
Make your beard crusty.
Whatever. You ain't got the right one.
That's another thing, Brother Sparta. I wanted to. I was driving, so I couldn't come into the show. Y'all were talking about like men's skincare, and I don't know. It may have an expiration date on it, but from when I was growing up, that was cultural. We had something called Ashy that was not going down in the hood. You could not. That's why Ashy Larry was so funny, because he was the ashy dude.
Everything was ashy. Knuckles, the
elbows.
Look
we grew up. Our parents didn't play that.
In his index finger, you know, he always got that little ash right there, that little web. You got an ashy web.
Y'all need to stop. Just stop, okay?
Yeah.
We went from karma to Puerto Rico to beards to ash. Isn't this great, guys? But Uncle Jeff,
conversation. I gotta get going because I gotta work tomorrow.
We're gonna wrap up, but thank you for coming. I appreciate you. Okay.
Yeah. So, Grace, again, thank you. And anything you need, you got my email. Just FYI for everybody, I'm doing a show on Thursday called Why Do We Cheat? Anybody one comes in, just please come in. I'll send you the link. I'm not sure if you're doing a show, Grace, or not, because I think you will have a lot to say on that one.
Okay, absolutely.
So, and I did say put my channel in the back chat, so check it out when you get a second before you go.
Okay.
All right, guys, have a good night.
Thank you for coming, Sparta.
Holla back at you, brother.
We're gonna wrap things up, but thanks, Jeff. I'm glad that you think that was a good idea, because I thought it was a good idea too. Why don't we recruit some illegal immigrants and let's get that island cleaned up?
It's a good idea.
But let's get the island cleaned up. You know, because the trash ain't going nowhere. Let's get that island fixed and get things done in America.
And I understand Puerto Rican sensitivity about the island, that all of y'all beloved. Like, when was the last time that hurricane came through there?
It was Hurricane Maria. That was the one that really...
Maria destroyed everything, did about $1,500 worth of damage. And
1,500? You mean 15 million?
No, about 1,500. I've been to Puerto Rico. I'm fucking with you too.
Stop. Oh, that was a joke.
I was in Bayamon, and San Juan. For a few months. I spent a few months in each, and beautiful country. But y'all need this voice. They need to use the momentum of this to turn. If y'all can't come up with nothing else, how about building a plant that runs on trash?
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
But I just had to say my little part on that because I'm tired of getting, y'all don't know how much flack I'm getting from friends and family and people on social media because I'm with Team Trump, but that's okay. You know, he may not be the perfect choice, but he's the right choice for the right now, for the world that we're dealing with. So with that being said, I really enjoyed this show for many different reasons. You know, and TJ's right. I shouldn't be gloating in that man's humiliation, but you know what? I got humiliated a lot. Like I said, I was drugged through the mud, and what comes around goes around. And for me, that's my karma. And they'll probably do a live on me and take this live and do the same thing, and it'll be a vicious cycle. But I'm not entertaining it. I don't give a fuck. Exactly. So, Uncle Jeff, with everything that we talked about today, what are your final thoughts, hon?
My final thoughts is I have to number one, agree with you about the gloating part, because the truth is you can only satiate your lower frequency energies and responses so long before a negative result. Anger, so long before a negative result. Lust, guilt, vengeance, which is where this one kind of falls over in. It's not that you can't allow yourself that time. Just understand that time is borrowed from goodness. It's borrowed time. The time you spend in that, Jeff Brown, the time you spend in your lower frequencies is borrowed time from goodness. And that goodness is supposed to radiate back to you. So spend your time down there. Just don't spend too much.
I know that's right. JT, any final thoughts or words, my dear? And thank you. You did a great job tonight, sir.
Great job, sir. Great show. It was pretty cool, man. I'm glad we did get a chance to have some laughter out of it and everything. And to my brother, Uncle Jeff, you know goddamn well that them Lions is going to the Super Bowl, and we are going to win the Super Bowl also.
I didn't hear that.
The Lions, Detroit Lions, will be going to the Super Bowl, and we will be winning the Super Bowl, my brother.
Before you see the Detroit Lions at the Super Bowl, you will see some lions eat some people in Detroit. Before you see that, lions will come out of the dogs. They're eating the cats. Oh shit! They'll eat people in the street before you see it. The Detroit Lions are not going to the Super Bowl.
What about the Jets? What about my Jets?
I don't know anything about the Jets.
The Jets, they got to get past us.
I don't know much about football at all, but I know this: if you ain't won in ever, you ain't been to the Super Bowl ever.
We the best in the league right now, baby.
You're not going next year or the year after that.
Oh no, we the best in the league right now. Everybody.
Wait, you're better than the Chiefs?
Yes.
Your record is better than the Chiefs?
Yes.
Oh no, that's not the problem. It's not that they never had good records. They look at the players.
We beat the Chiefs the first game.
Sanders. Okay, it's not that they can't win; it's that they can't win at all.
This year we going to the Super Bowl. You can put your money on that. You can put your money on that
I'll
right
bet
there.
you $5. I don't think.
All right, I'll take you on that.
All right, we saw it here on the Embrace the Great show on Black Man Unfiltered. $5.
Absolutely, but I appreciate you, brother, man. I've always appreciated you. I've always thought that you was one of my funniest comedians, bro. So most definitely. And you, man, when I tell you, it be some shit that you don't even think that you wasn't even trying to make funny that you made funny. So I've been following you for a very long time, man. I think you a down to earth brother, man. So most definitely.
Oh wow, man! Respect,
you always got
man.
somebody. Most definitely,
Respect, brother. Thank you, man. Likewise.
And Uncle Jeff, thank you for always coming and dropping some knowledge on me and wisdom, checking me gracefully when you do. I don't mind because it's coming. See, this is what women need to learn. Look at who's checking you. You see what I'm saying? If it's someone that you respect and admire and you know that it's coming from a good place, don't get mad. Sit in your shit. Marinate in it. Internalize it. And that's all I be doing here on my shows. I'm just trying to make everybody better versions of themselves, bring in betterment, wisdom, and knowledge, because you know what? If you know better, you do better. So with that being said, guys, tomorrow we're definitely going to be here live at 9 p.m. for the election. We're going to be here talking our shit. Wednesday night, make sure you guys don't miss Boss Man. Okay, he's the new kid on the block, but he is blowing up. Thursdays is Grown Ass Women with Take Heed and Miss O Show. And y'all know Fridays, the barbershop with the BMU Kings. Saturday night, Miss Jenny be up in here. And you guys, I don't know if you saw it with the last show, we got somebody awesome. We got now our pain Monday night before me, and then I'm Monday night after him. But on Sundays, we got Mr. Bennett, we got Sparta, we got a sports show also on Wednesday. But we got a new kid on the block on Sunday nights at 5 o'clock starting December 1st. Guys, you are going to love her. She is a psychologist. She's bringing in knowledge about parenting, kids. So make sure you guys check us out. We work hard over here. We laugh, we cry, we curse each other out, we talk over each other, but at the end of the day, we are family, and that's what matters. So first, embrace yourself, and then embrace each other. Y'all have a good night. Trump, baby! Peace!
Foundation. He's just rushing him like a street fight, like it's nothing. Like
Even though he probably
like just play thing. He's fighting like
swing,
me.
miss,
Like just rushing him.
head bust him, rust him in,
Why is he
spun him around.
Power punch like
Boom!
He had a
Flat on your back.
It's going down like a rodeo. It's going down like I told you so. It's going down like a rodeo. It's going down like I told you so. I hope you're all here for the ride. Come inside, cause it's going down tonight. Only here for one night, no lies. Come and saddle up a ride. Need a yeehaw, you know how here for one night and we just wanna party. In a fast car, a Ferrari. It's a push start, I don't need a car key. It's out on Broadway, and it's gnarly. On a late night, but I'm not tardy. Right on time for the parties and Barbies. Strolling with a chunk of green like a dog sweet. Hey, 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 hey. Bottles on ice, mess around these skates. Hey, hey, hey. If I gotta say it twice, then I got nothing to say. It's going down like a rodeo. It's going down like I told you so. It's going down like a rodeo. It's going down like I told you so. I hope you're all here for the ride. Come inside, cause it's going down tonight. Only here for one night, no lies. Come and saddle up a ride. Come and kiss me up, it's going down. Like a train with no brakes, I'm not slowing down. See us showing up, we're showing out. Better pack it in till they kick us out. I'm no Nelling them, I'm a lunatic. It's no telling when I get loose a bit. Got my baby, my boo.